It's 9 in the morning. This is the title track, "Going to Hell," and this is kind of how we write everything on acoustic. So this is how it originally started before we added all the riffs and the drums. And
by the way, before I set you guys up here, do you prefer the Pretty Reckless or just Pretty Reckless?
It's the Pretty Reckless, technically, but whatever you want to call it.
Some people get
Eagles, Beatles.
Totally, right?
You can shorten it. It works.
All right.
I was hoping everyone would abbreviate to the Reckless, but they didn't do that.
All right, gang, this is the Pretty Reckless on MMR. Here we go.
So I'm back again. He said, for the lines that I take, I'm going to hell. For the love that I make, I'm going to hell. Father, did you miss me? Ask me where I've been. No, yes, I've been told I'll redefine a sin. And I don't know what's driving me to put this in my head. Maybe I wish I could die, maybe I'm dead. He said, for the lives that I take, I'm going to hell. For the vows that I break, well, I'm going to hell. For the way I condescend and never lend a hand, my arrogance is making this head buried in the sand. For the souls I forsake, I'm going to hell. Married to the devil, you can hear the wedding bells.
Yeah! That's pretty awesome. Pretty Reckless, if you're just tuning in, and Going to Hell, the title track from their second album.
No stipulations, but our bus broke down, and so all my guitars are packed.
It's my writing guild, and it's really small, and he doesn't like how tiny it is.
That's your itty bitty guitar.
It's my itty bitty. It's my itty bitty.
What happened to your bus? Yeah, because you guys were going to come in yesterday, and by the way, we appreciate you. Postponing it and coming on in.
Thank you. No, yeah, it set on fire and it broke down.
It just set on fire. The way buses do.
The way buses do on the side of the road for hours.
It's steamed.
Steam and fire.
It wasn't a good enough photograph to take a picture of the fire. But technically,
at that point,
not working.
Do you want to run out and actually just set it on fire to get a better picture?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'll push it off a cliff. I'm so pissed about it.
This is Heaven Knows.
Excellent. Yeah. It's Pretty Reckless on MMR.
Jimmy's in the back with a pocket of high. If you listen close, you can hear him cry. Our Lord, heaven knows we belong way down below, singing. Judy's in the front seat, picking up trash, living on the dole, gotta make that cash. Won't be pretty, won't be sweet. She's just sitting there on her feet, singing. Our Lord, heaven knows we belong way down below. Go. Sing, our Lord, tell us so. We belong way down below, way down below, way down below, down below. I've seen better words. I've seen better days, man. I've seen better days. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The devil's knocking at your door. Caught in the eye of a dead man's light. Start your life with your head held high. Now you're on your knees with your head on low. Big man tells you where to go. Tell them it's good, tell them okay. Don't do a goddamn thing they say. Our Lord heaven knows we belong way down below. Our Lord tell us so, we belong way down below. Our Lord heaven knows we belong way down below. Our Lord tell us so, we belong way down below, way down below, way down below, down below.
Love it.
You're worried about your voice. Yeah, that's not. I wouldn't be worried. That's friggin' awesome.
Thank you.
Our next guests who are in studio are having some great success. They are in town promoting their album Going to Hell, and they're blowing up the charts right now.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful thing. We're really happy for them. Show is sold out at the TLA tomorrow night. They didn't have to come by here, and we thank them for doing that. Please welcome from Pretty Reckless, we have Taylor Memson and Ben Phillips who are here. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Welcome to Philadelphia. And like I said, thanks for coming in. We know it's rock star time. It's not rock star time. It's early in the morning.
No, it's rockstar time. That's what it is.
Keep the sunglasses on.
You know what I wanted to bring up first of all, Taylor, was, you guys are not a new band. You've got a couple of albums out. You're promoting this. You're having the most success you've had so far, which is great. But I have a feeling maybe since you're hitting so well with this particular album that you're kind of being treated like a new band because there are a lot of people that are just finding out about you. Is that a little bit odd? Because you've already been doing it for X amount of years, but you're getting questions with interviews like this that are like, so tell us about you guys, and stuff like that.
I wouldn't use the word odd, but it's definitely there's a lot of reverb on this. But yeah, it's cool. But definitely in America, we've definitely seen a growth as far as fans and the size of the shows and stuff. So I mean, that's amazing. Is to be able to sell out, to sell out Philly is an amazing feeling. So it's great to know that there's people out there who are listening and connecting to the music.
Yeah. So overseas things first kind of started to hit for you?
Yeah, we did really well overseas with the first record, and now America is kind of following suit with
Europe?
Going to Hell. Yeah.
Pretty much everywhere.
Pretty much everywhere but America, yeah.
Well, you're wearing Hendrix on your shirt, and he went through the same thing.
Yeah.
He had to go over to Europe, and suddenly, wow, he was discovered here after he'd been working over there.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's the genesis, but you're in a cool place because you can you have a lot of material. A lot of times, a lot of artists, if they do break right off the first album, they're like falling all over themselves to get follow-up stuff.
No, we had problems with that when we opened for Guns N' Roses and stuff. They kept saying you have to play longer, and we're like, we're already playing everything off the record and 3 covers. If we play any more than that, we're a cover band at that point. So at least now we've got like a full show, so we can switch it up every night, which keeps it fun.
That's cool. That's cool.
I had read a quote from an interview with you a little while back, and like I said, being some people just discovering you guys. I mean, a lot of people want to focus on your acting career. That's where you got started. That's where people started to know you beforehand, and then you segue into rock, although it's been a part of your life. Music has always been. That's and the quote that I read is you're done with that. I mean, not necessarily you want to erase it from your life, but
no, it happened, but I'm done with that. But it was my childhood.
Yeah. Was it? Is it just wasn't fun anymore, or you just?
It was a job.
Okay.
It was a job, and I finally could quit my job and go on the road and pay my rent making music, and there's nothing better than that. So.
Do you know what I would find frustrating though is because music has really been the focus. It's something that you've always loved and embraced. And then people say, because everyone's going to think it. They would think it with Jared Leto, with 30 Seconds to Mars. His actor wants to sing. But you were actually really a singer who just had a musician where acting was a means to an end. And you started modeling. I guess your parents had you modeling when you were like 2.
Yeah, I started at 2, so it wasn't exactly,
so it really wasn't
a choice.
Right. This is my career at 2.
Yeah.
But that's got to be extra frustrating because it was something that wasn't your design. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I mean, it exists. It doesn't really exist on a daily basis except for in interviews now, though. That's kind of the only time I get asked about it at this point.
At what age did you start making your own career decisions?
I quit the show. I haven't acted in like 6 years, so I.
And how old are you
16.
now?
I'm 21.
Okay, when I was 16, I was not doing things like that.
I turned 16 and I went, I'm in control of my own life.
That's
who knew?
If I had been, my life would have ended. So yeah, I was not smart enough to do that.
It's pretty wild about female singers in the rock genre, and I mean like a straight ahead rock, not kind of the lighter side of alternative rock and so forth. So it's hitting strong. It's not a lot of people find success in that. Not a lot of women do, and it's unfortunate. I mean, I love female rock singers, and you guys have heard me talk about Taylor.
I was telling Taylor he constantly one of your songs will play. And he said, and I said exactly what Preston does. There's something. I love her voice.
Well, this is what I say. I'm like, what is it about this chick's voice that I like so much?
Yeah.
And I get analytical about it. I don't know why. I try to find out what that nuance is in your voice that is so appealing. And that, like, from the first time I heard it, I'm like, do you think it's the strength that cuts through of your own voice? I know you probably don't want to talk about yourself and what a great singer you are, but
I don't know. I have the John Lennon complex of I hate my own voice.
Oh, do you?
Of course, I hate hearing myself talk.
Well, Ben, what's it about her voice?
Charisma, but it's hard to describe what makes a voice charismatic, but I had friends in the music industry who took John Lennon's voice and they did every kind of analytical thing you could to what is it about his voice that people like, and trying to emulate it with other singers and all that kind of crap. Yeah. The answer is they're better than other people.
Yeah. I know. I mean, is it the vocal fry? Is it their phrase?
Sure. It's the songs. It's how much they mean it. It's just generally how good you are, I think.
I can get
it comes through.
Some female rock singers just want to blow it out, whereas you can handle that and nuance as well. So that's what I think works so well about your voice. You guys write the songs together, correct? Mm-hmm. And is that a 50-50 collaboration, or is one brings a full song idea and asks for a little input? How does that work?
It's different every song.
Different every time?
Yeah, every time. I mean, it's different every time. There's no formula, which is what makes writing so torturous.
Yeah. I hear that more often than not, that it's like it's a giving birth process. That
it is.
When you go into the studio after you've recorded a song, is it difficult for you to listen to yourself back? How much critique do you bring to what you've actually contributed to each track?
All of it.
All of it.
So how do you muster through that?
Painfully.
Yeah, painfully. But
do you trust others' opinions?
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, we have musical camaraderie, and that's why you want to be in a band. You want to be Elvis, you want to be the Beatles, you want to have partners in this, and because who wants to do this by themselves?
Yeah.
But no, I mean, in the studio, though, when you're creating something, it's new, so it's inspired, and so regardless of how critical you are of yourself, you can kind of hopefully step outside of yourself and see the bigger picture, because you're seeing a song that you spent however long writing in your bedroom come to life, and that's my favorite part.
Yeah. You know what? I have a question about Taylor, since you're younger in the industry, and the way music is shared and distributed, as opposed to back in the Stone Age, back in our day. An important moment for an artist was when they hear their song on the radio, for the first time or something like that. Is there an equivalent to that now? Does hearing it on the radio?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah?
No,
okay.
radio.
Yeah. Okay.
Radio. Radio.
It's still it.
Radio's still it. It's just at the tail end. But when you first hear it, actually, when I first heard Heaven Knows on the radio, I called and yelled at everybody and told them it wasn't a hit.
There's no way it's a hit.
For putting out a one-chord song. That sounds like one chord.
We were wrong. wrong.
We were wrong.
Yeah, I think you were wrong about that.
I think it goes back to number 1 this week.
I think it does. Yes. Wow.
22.
And it was great to hear that, by the way, especially with the condition that, Gene Simmons, for whatever the impetus behind it, it's declared rock dead. But
It's not dead. It's just resting.
it's just resting. But it's cool to see. There was an article, I forget, was it Rolling Stone, talking about how although the women are leading the charge with pop music, it'd be cool to see that happen with rock because, I'm as with you, I love a good female-driven rock sound.
I mean, you'll take groups, other strong lead singers like Lizzie Hale, who's had great success in the past few years as well, and then before that, Amy Lee of Evanescence, and you remember these people. They're great. They're standouts, like your voice. It's just got a balls to it, whatever that is.
Yeah, I think just rock needs a resurgence in general.
Agreed.
It just needs a breath of fresh air, whether that's women or men, It always comes back, though. It's never dead.
Yeah.
It's cyclical.
So where are the rest of the band members? Are they in the bus right now?
I gave them the morning off.
Yeah, they're sleeping.
Oh.
We couldn't get the drums. We couldn't get anything out
We
of
couldn't get anything out of the trailer. Everything's a mess right now, so.
That makes it extra. We can't thank you enough for taking the time to come in and do this.
No, thank you for having us in.
I mentioned you guys, you're playing the TLA. It's a sold-out show tomorrow night. What do you have a favorite kind of venue that you like to play? Is it outdoor, indoor, smaller, bigger, anything in particular?
I wouldn't say a favorite venue. We just played a lot of summer festivals, so I'm pretty psyched to be back indoors with lights and not in the day.
A little more production.
Like 80,000 people is cool, but it's
awesome,
kind of cool.
Yeah.
But when they're
Then not
singing
that
"Going to
cool.
Hell in the Sunlight," it's a little.
Yeah, it's hard to
It's a
fully
little
rock
off.
out, right?
Yeah.
When you're shading your eyes.
It's near impossible.
Exactly. Yeah, it's difficult. So no, we're definitely excited to be back headlining and full production, and it's our show. So it's our stuff.
Hey, Taylor and Ben, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Once again, we appreciate
thank
it,
you.
and the music's great, and keep doing what you're doing. All right.
Thank you. Thanks so much for the support, man.
You
really.
bet. It's
thank you.
Pretty Reckless on 93.3 WMMR. We'll take a break. Come back in a second. Stay with us.